What actually triggered this case was a symbolic act at a Kneecap gig. Mo Charo was accused of displaying or referencing the symbol of a prescribed organisation on stage. There was no violence, there was no operational activity, there was no funding, there was no recruitment, there was no coordination, no claim of harm or risk at all. Just expression, treated by the state as terrorism-related. And that's the full factual basis the entire prosecution was built on. And that matters, to be precise about that, about what happened. Because the court did not say Mo Charo was innocent, didn't rule on the substance of the allegation. It said the prosecution simply failed to comply with the statutory requirements governing the use of this law. The required consent was not properly in place within the statutory time limit, bringing a court case 101 sort of stuff. And without that, the court had no jurisdiction. And jurisdiction is the line between lawful power and none at all, after all. When a court says it has none, then the proceedings are void. And that distinction matters, because that defines whether the state accepts limits when they're enforced against it. Up to that point, the government could have treated this as a failure, which it was, and moved on. Prosecutions collapse, it happens. Deadlines are missed, consent is not secured. And when that happens, the usual response is silence out of embarrassment. You don't normally see escalation, do you? Because escalation draws more attention to the failure, and then invites scrutiny of why the case was brought in the first place, with no allegation that the performer knowingly endorsed or identified with the organisation in question.